Yeah, welcome, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I can't remember how I found your Instagram, but I found you through Instagram. K9,
Yeah.
and
USMC.
yeah, K9 USMC, and I can't remember if you popped up when I was searching like airsoft stuff or scrolling through airsoft tags and all that kind of stuff. But you had done some airsoft stuff on your, I guess posted on your Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I found you, and then of course I saw USMC. I'm a Marine Corps veteran as well.
Oh, simplified, brother.
Yeah, so have I, and a long ass time ago. So
Yeah, same here.
yeah, I went in '89 and till '93.
Yeah, 85.
Okay, yep.
Yeah,
If you did four, you were getting out right when I was going in.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Hell yeah, good times. Yeah, so I saw your Instagram name, and then I looked through your Instagram. I saw your YouTube channel, bro. You've got some really cool videos.
Oh, man, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Do you edit those?
Yeah, I edit them all myself. Yeah.
What? And you're talking about you don't know how to do this tech stuff.
Yeah, my son, my oldest son, he's the one that actually got me kind of going because he had to, describe everything, how to do everything. And so I said, okay. So then I started doing everything on my phone. So most of the videos I edit on my phone.
Holy shit, dude. That's awesome. What do you use?
I use Power Director. That's what it's called, Power Director.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
on Android.
I'll have to check it out. I've been using Splice app on my phone.
Good.
It's really easy, but I've never tried any other ones on my phone. I do all the stuff on a computer, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Because I have that Premiere Pro. My son got me that Premiere Pro, so
Oh
I
shit.
do a lot. The bigger stuff I do on the Premiere Pro, but the
Yeah,
little stuff, like you've seen the car videos, right?
right.
Seen the car videos I do on my phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I saw one of your, I think it's a recent video. Um, the one like you set it up kind of like Scooby Doo,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like an episode of Scooby Doo. That was awesome, dude.
yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
yeah, some really good edits, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
And the sound effects and everything
Yeah.
was perfect. Was perfect. Yeah,
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
yeah, that's cool. So your YouTube is Kai's Neighborhood, right?
Yeah, yeah. My name is Key, like Ki. It's Keenon, but it goes Key for short. So Key's
Okay.
neighborhood. So that's where you get kind of like K9 because people couldn't pronounce my name, so they would call me K9 because my name is Keenon.
Oh
Right. So
shit,
that's where
right.
Keenon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you about the canine. All right. Yeah, that's funny, man. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I met, for anyone watching or listening to this later, you and I met like where I just reached out to you like a week ago or something like that, or
Yeah.
maybe two
Something
weeks
like that.
ago.
Yes.
Very recent. So yeah, I was excited to get on here because the more I saw your YouTube channel videos, the more I was like, bro, this guy's talking like he can't do tech stuff. And I'm like, bullshit. If you're editing these, you know a little bit. You know a little bit.
A little bit, man. I'm still working on it. Just a little bit. I have to call my son up and ask him how to do stuff. So I'm still a little
Oh
bit.
yeah. That's the best way. It's the best way to learn. You know, you start messing around and you hit something like, oh, what do I do here? And then you know, ask for help. Like I had the same thing with when I started all this stuff. My Discord and everything. I didn't know how to set it up. I had some of the guys that were like teenagers that were following our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, do you guys know how to do this? Like, I set up the basic one. I started the Discord, but I didn't know how to add channels and do all this other shit,
Uh,
permissions and all the cool shit that goes on it now. I
yeah.
didn't know how to do all that stuff. So I'm like, does anyone know how to do this stuff? They're like, yep, I got you, man. And they'll just, like 30 seconds. That's the whole thing's, added
Right. Right. Right.
fast as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm still going, wait a minute, what? What is it on my phone? They're like, no, I got you, bro. I got you. Hell yeah.
Right on.
Cool, man. So what are you in you're on the West Coast. Are you in
Yeah.
Cali?
California. Yep. California.
Were you born and raised out there?
No, man, I'm from Georgia.
Oh shit. I'm in
Yeah,
South Carolina. Okay.
yeah, I was born in Georgia, but my dad, he was in the army. He was sergeant major, right? So we lived down in Panama, then we moved up to California, and my dad retired here, and that's when I went in the Marine Corps, and I got a job out here, and I said, I guess I'll stay.
Yeah.
But I'm about to retire, man. I got one more year left, retired, and I'm going to Utah. I'm out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
My daughter lives in Utah, so we've been out there a couple times now, 3 or 4 times now.
Oh, right on.
Right by Salt Lake City. I think it's called Bountiful. It's right outside of
Okay.
Salt Lake.
Okay.
Yeah. Real
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah. Going to Cedar City, man. So
Um, did
that's
you buy land out there?
yes.
Okay, so I saw a video. I think it was on your YouTube, or maybe it was on your Instagram,
It was.
where you're
Yeah.
walking around showing all this land, and
Yeah.
you said like something like you got this land or something like that. I was like, holy shit, dude. That's a big area.
It's a big area, man. Real nice. Nobody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Can't wait, man. I'm ready to go now, but yeah, I got to do my time. Once my time is done, I'm out of here.
What
Taking
kind of
half
work?
California. I work for Chrysler
Oh shit, yeah.
Corporation. Yeah. So we
Okay.
do all the parts and everything for the West Coast. Yeah.
Yeah. When I first got out of the Marine Corps, once I moved back home, my wife and I are originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and we went back home after I got out. We stayed out in California because I was stationed at Pendleton, my last duty station.
Okay.
So I went to Okinawa, a couple months in South Korea, and then Camp Pendleton. I was on Edson Range out there, and when I got out, we moved back home, and so my first job out there was in a factory, and we were a contractor for GM and Ford, and we made all the
Okay.
transmission, the valve body and stuff for GM and Ford.
Okay.
Did that for a while.
Yeah. Never did anything in the foundries or manufacturing, just all parts.
Yeah,
It's all parts.
yeah.
And I like that, man. I don't think I hear some of the guys that come to our plant that, when the foundries closed down, came out to our plant and they're like, you don't want to work there, but and I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. Not
Well,
interested.
especially in the summer, man, it's fucking hot.
Yeah.
Well, I did aluminum die casting, so it's it's very, very hot in there. Uh, and then when I moved out we've been in South Carolina now for 15 years. My in-laws lived down here for like 30 years. And so we moved down here. I wanted to get away from the snow. I was ready. And a lot of the factories back in the early 2000s and stuff, late 90s, early 2000s, they were starting to go away from up, around Akron area.
Yeah.
And so I started looking down here around her parents and tons of places there's a ton of factories down here that are still moving here from other states.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the tax laws are really really good for them. So one of the things they did, I don't know, I guess it was close around time that we moved down here. Uh, the governors, the previous governor and then this one, any business that moves here for the first 5 years, they don't pay state tax.
Oh, really?
No state income tax for the business. So for Michelin, they moved here. So the first 5 years they don't pay that, and it's real attractive for businesses to move here, and so it creates all these jobs. And of course, the tax thing gets made up with all the other people that come here and work in those places, and of course, pay sales tax on whatever kind of shit. So it's really, and plus we're really gun friendly in South
Yeah.
Carolina. So there's
Yeah.
been a couple of gun manufacturers that have moved down here from like New York and shit. So
Okay.
yeah, to get away from the strict gun laws.
Yeah. I hear you. That's one reason I'm going to Utah.
Hell yes.
Yeah. But
Get out of, what is it?
guns,
Was it?
California. Yeah. California.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
think that was on
not
your
too far
Instagram or
off.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's getting kind of bad out here, man. It's like you always have to watch your back when you go out now. It's like before you used to be able to go to the gas station at night. You can't even do that anymore, man. And
That's
that's just like
crazy.
that's in the good areas.
That's crazy,
You
dude.
know,
Yeah.
you can't do what you want to do anymore.
What part of Cali you in?
I'm in Rancho Cucamonga. Yeah, Rancho. It's
Yeah.
like 50 miles from LA.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
about 50 miles or so.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just never been through there.
Yeah.
I spent being in around Oceanside. I spent a lot of time at Oceanside, of course, bar
Yeah.
hopping, and
Remember Ocean Slime? Yeah.
it was, dude. Yeah, I got in
Back in
trouble. I
those
got
days.
arrested there. It's the first time
Oh,
I ever, I spent time in jail. I got arrested there and spent a weekend in San Diego County.
damn.
So while I was in the Corps, I thought I was going to get kicked out. I thought my life was over, but yeah, it worked out fine. Just
Yeah.
drunk, stupid shit.
Yeah.
We had a company party on base
Yeah.
at Camp Del Mar, and then we took it off base. We should have stayed the fuck on base, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah,
The only
good
thing I
times out
did,
there.
yeah, the only thing I did over in Pendleton was just the basic school, the ITS. It was ITS back in those days. So
Oh,
I did
okay.
ITS, then I went to sea duty, had sea duty. So I got sea duty, and then I went to the East Coast over in Florida. I was there for a while, and then I went to Camp Lejeune. So I finished up my time at Camp Lejeune.
No shit.
I love Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. It was fun because no mountains, didn't have to climb any hills. We would
Right.
go out to. The only thing is, we'd go out to the field. We'd be out in the field for like it seemed like every other week, and it was like we'd come in for a week, go out for 2 weeks, come in for a week, go out for 3 weeks, come in for a week. Go out for a month or two. You know what I mean? It was just a lot of field, but
Yeah.
no hills. And we're good, man. It was
I
great.
hear you. Yeah, that's yeah, when I've had on this podcast, this is Airsoft, mostly Airsoft podcast. I've actually never played Airsoft, right? I played
Uh-huh.
paintball.
Okay.
But two of my sons played Airsoft, and I started this YouTube channel because about 5 years or so ago, I was paralyzed with an illness.
Oh,
So Guillain-Barré syndrome. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but most people haven't. And it's you're fine, don't even feel sick, and then all of a sudden, like your hands stop working, your feet stop working, and like 4 days later, you're in a wheelchair.
mm,
And that's what happened to me. So, and then
mm,
recovery lasts a really long time. It took a while. So when I was coming out of that, and I was able to walk around the house and stuff, but not really get outside, I needed something to do, so I started this YouTube channel. So
okay.
two of my sons were in their 20s. They're still in their 20s. This is like 3.5 years ago. They started playing airsoft, and so I was like, "Hey, let me film it." So they're like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I don't know. Pull out that gun. Let's just talk about the gun. They're like, and they're both like big dudes, 6'1", 320 pounds. They played football in high school, linemen.
Uh,
So they're like, well, what do I say? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, how does it shoot? Good. So I'm like, that's a sucky video. Come on, man. You got to make some shit up. Like, talk about all the features.
yeah.
So it was a process, when we first started. I didn't know I really didn't care about airsoft at all. It was more of a just give me something to do kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's how the channel started. Well, then about a year ago, as I would start talking with more people, kind of like this, I was randomly talking to like some of our viewers, our YouTube viewers, on Discord. Just, hey, what's up? Like I'd be working on a video or whatever, and I would, I'd get messages on Discord. So I'm like, what are you doing right now? They might ask about a gun because I worked on some of the guns and fixed them and stuff. So I'm like, what are you doing right now? Just call me on one of the chat channels, the voice channels on Discord. And so I'd put a headset on, whatever. We'd sit here and talk. And I was like, oh, turn your video on so you can show me what you're talking about. That's literally how some of these podcasts started way back, like over a year ago.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was totally spontaneous. So and then one of them was like, we talked for like an hour and a half. So we're talking about all kind of shit, airsoft stuff, gun, working on the guns, what they went and, the event they just went to the previous weekend, just life shit.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck, man, I'm going to start recording these. And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea. and this is where it's at. So,
No, right on.
and now it's, 170 something podcasts later. I'm still doing it.
Nice.
Uh, and so, yeah, I find people, random people, man, like yourself. We have never talked until like a week and a half ago. Um, and so, someone that has any kind of airsoft experience, and if you've ever played airsoft, even for 10 minutes, it's more than I did. So,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of people look at, they go, well, I'm not really experienced. I've never really, I've only played a couple times. I'm like, bro, you don't even know. I don't know much about it.
yeah,
So I saw you
yeah.
had some of the airsoft stuff on there.
Oh yeah, 'cause I started playing airsoft with my sons when they were like little. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
my youngest one was I think probably 6, and my
Okay.
oldest one was 9, right? And so we went out to Dome Rock Road out there going towards Arizona, and
Oh
we went
shit.
out in the middle of the desert, and we just started playing
Yeah.
and everything. And so my oldest one's like, yeah, it's not for me. My youngest one's like, yeah, let's play, Dad. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So me and him, we would go play at all the fields and stuff, So I would buy him a whole bunch of gear and I buy gear and stuff. And so I said, well, I'm gonna make videos just like you did. And so I didn't know how to make a video,
Yeah.
just like what you're talking about.
Right.
I start talking about anything. I go, no, this sucks, bro. This really sucks. I mean, this is not good. My wife is watching me and she's like kind of laughing a little bit. Said, "Oh, you're gonna be a YouTube star." But it kind of helped, but at the same time, it didn't help. But it was like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'm trying, I'm trying. And then so I said, well, I need to make videos about something. So then I start doing the gun videos, like reviews on the guns I use and how I use them and little tactics and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how I got. But then I got so into it, I started making like the videos with the music, so like a music type of video, like airsoft music videos.
Yeah.
So sort of speak. So I started doing that, and that got really, good. My friends were like, "Oh man, I saw your video," and then people started noticing me on the street, which
Oh
was,
shit.
yeah, which was crazy to me because I never had that experience before. I went to go buy a pizza one time, and the guy behind the counter goes, "Dude, I know you. Keys neighborhood, huh?" I was like, no way, bro. This is like crazy.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
crazy. And walking down the street, another guy goes, I know you. It's I've seen you. Your videos, man. Oh, dude, I love your videos, man. Going on and on.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thanks. And then my one of my friends that I go play airsoft with, he's like, dude, that's so crazy, man. But it's so cool.
Yeah.
you
Isn't
know?
that wild?
Yeah, it was really well.
When that
I
first
played up
starts happening?
until
Yeah.
Yeah, I played up until a little while ago, and I caught that COVID.
Hmm.
And so when I caught the COVID, man, it almost killed me. So
Damn.
I got the COVID pneumonia. So now I haven't really played airsoft because I can breathe, but if I
Right.
start breathing too much, I'm like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So that's why you haven't seen, people haven't seen really any airsoft videos,
Right.
so I'm hoping to go play in February with the Desert Fox.
Oh shit.
He has a big event coming up at
Yeah.
George Air Force Base
Right.
next year. So I'm hoping that I done a few years ago. I missed the last two. One because of the COVID, and the other one is because I was just like, I just can't make it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But this one coming up in February, I'm hoping to make it, and hopefully my lungs and everything will hold up and get a little stronger so I can do it. So
Right.
that's my next big event. And so my friends, still at the paintball shop that I go to. It's called a paintball shop, but it's an airsoft shop pretty much.
Yeah.
That I go to. They're like, Keith, when you coming out? When you coming out? I said, man, as soon as my lungs get better, I'll be
Yeah.
out there, bro. I'll be out there. So like, cause I was going like every weekend, then I was going every other weekend,
Oh
and then
shit.
sometimes I was going so much that my wife's like, okay. I was playing all the
This is your
time.
new thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, then I started, collecting guns. I
Oh
started
shit.
buying guns, and then I said, I have so many guns that my wife says, when are you gonna get rid of some of this stuff?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, nah, I'll get rid of some of this other stuff before I get rid of that. So I think I have like 5 or 6 pistols,
Yeah.
and I got like, I don't know, about 12 or so rifles.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? I have a lot of guns, a lot of,
Damn, bro. Yeah,
a lot of guns.
when you start buying them, you're like one of the guys I talk with, he's like, yeah, I had to start telling my wife oh, his son played as well. Some of the, older teenagers. So he's like, no, I'm getting it for our son, I'm buying this other gun for our son. He needs a new part or new whatever,
Yeah.
but it's really for
Yeah.
him.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've been there.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
funny. Now, did you have any hobbies before airsoft?
Um, Models. Actually, I used to build a lot of models,
Oh yeah.
contests and stuff like that. Yeah.
Really?
Do models. Yeah. I had one time my own little hobby shop.
No
It was
shit.
a little hole in the wall. Yeah. It had
Yeah.
model cars, airplanes, tanks, all that stuff.
Right. You
Had
sold the little paints and
paintball guns.
everything.
Yeah, everything. Had paintball guns and everything. And it was just like I was working my regular job, and then I was going there, opening the shop, and it was just like it was just too much. I was like,
Oh
man,
yeah.
something that because I was doing it I started at the swap meet,
Oh okay.
they're doing swap meet thing,
Right.
and I started getting well known over the swap meet. People were buying. So I said, oh, let me open a shop. So I did that, and then I was like, this is too much. So they closed it.
Yeah.
But it was. I wouldn't say it was fun, but it was an experience.
Sure.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah,
And
it's a little
so,
different, when you go because swap meets have their own natural kind of marketing, right? Like
yeah,
people know, hey, the swap meet, so it attracts all these people. When you open a shop somewhere, unless you're in a really busy part with a really nice sign
yeah,
that says, hey, where people know, you've got to do some marketing to let everyone know, hey, I just opened a
exactly right.
shop. Let's go. You can meet
Yeah,
me over here.
yeah,
But if you don't do that, it's very difficult.
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So now my hobby is videography, man. So I'm getting deep into the video.
It's good.
Like oh, you can see this. This was my wife's camera,
Oh
and
shit, nice.
I had just she goes, I don't use it. You can have it. So I got it. And the lens that's on this, it's a Nikon lens, right? This is a Sony camera.
Mm,
So it's a Nikon lens, but it's a vintage lens. So, it doesn't have all that fancy electronics in it. And
mm.
so I just bought an adapter, put on it. And so this is my new go-to camera. I use the Nikon camera for all the videos that you've seen, put it on a gimbal, and I just go around the car and I do all that stuff
Oh yeah.
or whatever. But this is my new go-to. And GoPro, use the GoPro as well
Yeah.
you know. But that camera right there is going to be my go-to camera because one has better quality. It's an older camera. It's an A6. It's like 5 years old, but still it has a lot of good features on it. So you're going to see some videos coming up here soon. And
Oh,
I
that's cool.
started. It's funny because I had done another car video.
Yeah.
Because that's like kind of the thing, like the car video. Now I had done another car video, but I didn't film it in the twilight hour, which is like early in the morning or late in the evening.
Yeah.
I kind of filmed it at high. Horrible, man. So no
Really?
video this week. Yeah, no video this week. I had even done it. I edited it and everything, and I showed the lady who I'd done it for, and she was like, "Oh, it's nice," but I was like, "I don't like it." I was telling her,
Mm.
and I can tell she didn't really like it either, but she was trying
Yeah.
to be nice. But I'm like, and she goes, "I know my brother told me that you didn't like it," and I'm like, "Nah, I can't stand it. It's too bright." I said, "Next time we do it," I said, "we'll do it in the twilight hour. We'll do it early in the morning, and that way just the way that I don't know if you've seen the truck video. I
No,
don't
I
know if
didn't
you've
see that
seen
one.
that one. Because there's a truck video that I did, and you can see it's in the twilight hour. So the sun is barely it's coming up. It's a lot of shade, and the colors kind of saturate around the truck. So
Yeah.
you kind of see it, and it looks way better, you know. But this one, the sun is just so high, it just hits the white on the car, and it just is horrible.
Well, let me
And so,
see. I'm gonna pull it up real quick if you don't mind.
oh,
I'll share the screen and you'll be able to see it as well.
all
So
right.
you can walk you through it because, or you can walk me through it. Um, because I want people to see what you're talking about. Now, which truck video are you talking about? How far down
It,
on your Instagram is
it
it?
should be the second one from the top after Scooby Doo.
Oh, the Ram?
Yeah, the Ram truck.
Okay, yeah. You can see the whole thing, right? The whole
Yeah, I can see
page?
everything. Yeah.
YouTube? Yeah, okay. So where's the truck video in here?
Okay, so go back up to videos. Yeah, right there. And it's the second one. It
Oh,
says
there we
Ram.
go. All
Yeah, right there.
right, let's check this out.
See if you can see the colors. See the colors screen's a lot deeper.
Right.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Hey, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So, like I was telling you, it's the hour of the day. Most all videographers, especially the ones who really know what they're talking about, will tell you the golden hour is the time of day to actually do the videos that you're going to do outside, which is early in the morning or right when the sun's about to go down.
Really?
Yeah, that's when you get the best shots. Yeah,
I didn't even know that. Okay. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know much about like videography and stuff.
I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. So it's a lot. It's a lot to it. And right now, I'm starting to learn more about the camera, on what to use for like slow mo. You got to go like 60 frames. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
anything over
yeah.
60 frames, it gets really choppy.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, you know, just a lot of other stuff that's on the camera, man. I'm just really starting to learn
Yeah.
and put into use. You know, when I do my videos and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I love doing videos. Man. I love.
Yeah, dude, you got some good ones, man. They're cool. Yeah, you've got a lot of car videos on there. So are these like promotional? You do these for people that own these?
They're all my friends.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm trying to move over into to start doing car videos for people. So
Right.
like I have videos set up where what the guy has a Nomad. He wants me to do his Nomad. I have another guy uh, that wants me to do another vehicle. I can't. My mind is like blank right now. Okay, so the Nomad I know for sure. His wife has a Challenger that I want to do. I mean, it's beautiful. He just had it repainted and everything like that, the
Oh,
same
nice.
color and everything. And I guess because somebody had opened the car door on, or actually hit it in the parking lot, and
Oh,
so
okay.
he had it repainted.
Right.
So I want to redo her Challenger, and then like motorcycles. This guy has a bike that he goes, "Hey man, do my bike." I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. You
Oh,
know.
that's cool.
And the thing is, I want to get another like a setup so I can do rolling shots.
Oh, right.
GoPros are fine, but the GoPros give you too much, almost like a fisheye effect. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
noticed that,
Right.
but it gives you almost like a fisheye effect. And I just have that, man. I got to have something, flat with more
Uh-huh.
depth in it. You know what I mean?
I
And so,
gotcha.
yeah, so I'm working on it.
Yeah, the I've talked to a handful of photographers, like legit photographers that have been doing it for a long time. I've had a few of them on here, and one of the guys is in the UK, and he's very knowledgeable about. He was telling me the same thing, you know, like what you said with you just took this lens, like you swapped the lens over to this camera. So he said, you know, most photographers will spend more on a lens, you know, the quality and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
because it lasts longer. As far as technology, you know, upgrades and stuff, like
Right.
it'll outlast the camera itself. You know, you could upgrade your camera. You can just take that lens off. You know, if you want to upgrade your camera, you know, later on for, you know, different features and whatever, and then just swap that.
Right.
Um, but the lens, he was saying, now he does airsoft videos and airsoft pictures. So
Okay.
he goes to the field in the UK and takes pictures. So he's got a lens that he takes the airsoft field that is fairly expensive, but not the most expensive one he has. And he's like,
Okay.
I don't mind if this one gets shot. I mean,
Oh, I seen that one.
yeah. Oh, did you
I
see
saw
it?
that.
Okay.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
He's like, I won't cry if this one gets shot, but the other one, yeah, it's
Yeah. So like these lenses I have, they were my father's lens. He used to do that intelligent stuff, right?
Hmm.
So he had a whole bunch of old Nikon lenses, like some zoom lenses, some ones you can see way out there. So
What?
he had a bunch of those lenses. And so when I got my Nikon, my dad goes, "Hey, here, try this," and it actually fit on the Nikon. I said, "Cool," but it's manual. Obviously, it's manual.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, cool," but I never took them because I'm like I couldn't see through them because I didn't know about letting the light in and all. I didn't know
Oh,
anything about
okay.
it. You know what I mean?
Right.
When he passed, I got his camera and I got the old Nikon camera, and so I had all these lenses. And I said, "Well, let me try them again." So I tried them again and put it on manual, on the camera, And I started looking through it. I said, "Oh, dude, this works." And then when I put it on video, it was really clear. I said, "Oh man, I got a whole bunch of lenses, and didn't pay nothing for them, and they're just as good as not like, but just
Right.
as good as some of these electronic lenses. I didn't have to pay for all these
Right.
lenses. You know what I mean? Because I
Right.
was looking to buy a lens for this camera, and I'm like, man, that's $600. That's
Yeah.
$800. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money. And
Right.
if you get you a vintage lens, you can pay $60, $70 for a vintage lens. Just get the adapter, put it
Oh,
on, you're
that's
good.
wild. Okay.
Yeah.
That is so cool, man. Yeah. I think it's cool that you're using this the old school setup and getting this kind of quality out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
On a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool as shit, bro. Hell yeah. Using techniques. So so who's the guy in your Scooby Doo video? Is that somebody from work?
Yeah,
Was
that's
some of that filmed at work?
yeah. It's all
Nobody
of this
watches
stuff.
this, bro.
The old school. I don't know if you ever seen the boxing. If you ever seen the boxing one that I have on there, the whole thing was filmed at work, but I took my green screen to work and we mounted it up in the back, and so we were back in the building, and
Oh shit.
so I was like, so nobody will know. So
Oh,
we
that's
did
awesome.
everything on green screen, you know,
Yeah, and just put a
except for one
background on it.
part. Yeah, except for one part where we're in the backyard of the building, with the one guy. But other than that, everything's green screen, or we use the black cloth in the back. So if you see the Scooby Doo, you see like it's running. There's a
Right.
black cloth behind us,
Yeah.
and I kind of just darkened the screen a little bit,
Right.
so you couldn't really see the wrinkles in the cloth. And then
Oh,
I
okay.
just overlaid it with another background of a room or something. You know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
hides more, the stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
We, our channel, our YouTube channel, when we started, we started doing reviews, like I said, and then mystery boxes, so unboxings,
uh,
and so once I started learning how to edit a little more, I found all these tools and features. I did the same thing. Like I didn't really have to. I didn't really have a reason to put up a green screen, but I did. I was like, let's do this green screen behind us. We're sitting at a table opening a box, just like most unboxing videos. And these guys are like, why? Why do we need a green screen? I'm like, because I want to do like a cool background. And they're like, of what? Like what? I'm like, I don't know, the beach. Like it wouldn't be cool if you're doing an unboxing on the beach. They're all looking at each other going, bro, no, that would be dumb. So there's actually one of our unboxings. I put the beach background in there just to fuck with them.
uh,
So, but I was trying all different kind of techniques, just
yeah.
whatever, all kind of overlays and, text popping up. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. Oh, what? You could do this.
Yeah, yeah,
It's fun. The process was really fun. It was really, I think in the beginning, the first like month or two was kind of difficult. Like everything took so fucking long, right?
it takes forever.
Yeah, because I didn't know shit. So I'm watching videos to learn it. So you watch a 30-minute video, 20-minute, whatever. So that's 20 or 30 minutes. Then you go back to I pause, go back to the video, the editing. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, what did he say to do? Oh shit, watch it again. Okay, and then mine doesn't have that tool because I might be using a different program or something. So it was very, very long and tedious, I guess, kind of work. Well, then after I found, I was starting to get a little more proficient with it, and I found all these tools out. Then I was really rolling. I was like, yeah, man, I'm really good. I'm fast at it, a lot faster. I want to start trying all these new tools. And
Yeah.
that's what I added all kind of shit in there. And then later on, once I realized the quality of that, like the type of videos we're doing, the unboxings, it really doesn't matter what your background is.
Yeah.
The overlay background doesn't matter as far as like people watching it and stuff. Then I was like, oh, fuck that. I ain't doing all that work, So my computer is kind of slow, like compared to my son had a, gaming computer, when I was working on these videos, and I'm like, dude, this thing. So he would come in here and talk to me while I'm editing when he still lived here a couple years ago. And he's like, and so he'd walk in, and I'm sitting here doing something else, and I said, "Bro, look at this shit." So I'm rendering a video, like saving it or whatever.
Mhm.
After I edit it, I go, "Look how long it's going to take," and it has a countdown timer thing, or and it's like I don't know, 52 minutes, right, to save
Yeah.
a video. And he's like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "Let me see." So the next video we did was a similar length, right, in video,
Mhm.
as far as time. I put it on the thumb drive for him. He put it on his computer. He had the same editing program because he was kind of messing around with it.
Yeah.
It was fucking like 5 minutes, bro. Like 5 minutes. It was so fast.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Yep.
crazy. I said, yeah. So I'm still using the same computer.
Mhm.
I just got better with organizing, right? Like I know it's going to take a long time, so I
Yeah.
get certain things prepped and then hit go, and then I can walk away and whatever.
Right. I was having that same issue, like what you're talking about. So I had my son build me a computer.
Nice. There
So
you
he said,
go.
I can do this. So my wife had an old computer, right? And so he took the internals out and bought all this other stuff and put it all in there and hooked it up for me and it came out and so it was like instead of paying like $2,000 or $3,000 for what he
Hmm.
did, I paid like I think $700 or something like that for
Nice.
all
Yeah.
the little stuff that he put in it, and the thing works. Yeah, every once in a while it has like a little glitch, but thing works perfect, man.
Right.
For what I do. Yeah. I don't do a whole lot, but for what I do, it works perfect. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I haven't had any crazy mess ups. Like spent 3 days on a video and then it crashes and I lose it. I've never had that happen. So,
Mm.
luckily I have an external hard drive and then I back up I back up a lot of things on like my Google Drive and all that kind of shit. So
Yeah.
if something does happen, all this, if this thing starts smoking one day, at least I have it saved somewhere.
Yeah. I hear you.
So
Yeah. But like what you're saying, yeah, I had it happen where I almost finished a project. Good thing it wasn't like a 10-minute project, but like it was like 3 or 4 minutes, finished it. And next, I don't know what I hit, but I wiped it all away.
no shit.
Yeah. I was like, hey, you slap your face.
Yes.
And so I said, what, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. I'll just start over. So I started over and it actually came out better second time than it did
Yeah.
the first time anyway. But yeah, I
That's
had that,
good.
yeah, losing all my info. Yeah,
I
that's the
have
worst,
I've
man.
done that. No, I've done that where I have the video in the editor and I go to do something whatever and I accidentally just wipe the whole thing or whatever and then back out. I know one thing I've definitely done more than once is I'll think, especially if I'm working on a video for like a few hours. So I won't sit here for that long. I'll go do other things, I just wait.
Yeah,
So I come back and in that time I get distracted. So somebody messaged me, whatever, and so I'm doing other things. So then I go back to editing. I'm like, where was I? Oh yeah, okay. I think I'm good, right? Well, then something else happens. I'm like, oh, I need to close this out so it's not running in the background when I'm doing something like this, like recording. And I'm like, oh, I saved it, and I'll back out, and I didn't save it, so then I have to start
I've
over.
done that
I've
before.
done that.
I've plenty of times on some big projects. I've done that before, and I
Yeah.
go, oh my god, oh my god, how stupid are you?
Oh,
How,
dude. Right.
yeah, yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Now,
Yeah.
what was your first good airsoft gun you got?
Ooh, shoot. Okay, it was an Echo One MP5. It shot out of the box. I bought two MP5s and I bought dang, what is that thing called? It was an M14, but it was an EBR. Bought
Oh,
the M14 EBR, right? This
yep.
thing was so heavy. And
Yeah,
I
it was.
actually I dropped it once. I was a foot off the ground. My sling came loose and it dropped, broke in half. I was so
Holy
mad, man. I had
shit.
just bought the thing too.
Oh
So
my
I zip
God.
tied it together and everything. But the MP5, they were shooting 410. One was shooting 410 and one was shooting 405 out of the box.
Damn.
I know that was a lot. And at that time, I didn't know the difference. I didn't know the difference.
Yeah, yeah.
I just knew that it was shooting good. You know what I mean?
Right.
So me and my youngest son used to go. and play in the backyard, right? Because the yard is decent size, not a big yard, but it's decent size. So we used to play, and he was like what, like 6 years old. So we used
Oh,
to play
okay.
in the backyard, and he had no like no I wouldn't say situational awareness, but he did not know where I was half the time. He would just see me in
Sure.
one spot and start just light that area up, And so I would walk kind of around him, and I would just stand on the side, and he's still shooting. And then and I remember because I had put a red dot on it, like laser sight on, and I just remember that red dot shooting at the box, and then it just slowly started coming towards me, man. I said, "Oh shoot!" And he lit me up, man. Yeah, so yeah,
Nice.
that was my first one, but the best one, my first one, that was at the Echo one, and then my last one. I don't know if you've seen the video. I had bought a skeletonized 249.
No, I didn't see the video.
Yeah, so I bought a skeletonized 249 at my friend Tommy's shop, and I go, how much you getting rid of this thing for? He goes, $80. I go, I'll give you 60 for it right now. He goes, okay.
Oh shit.
So, but there was nothing in it. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it was just the body. So I said, okay,
right.
this is what you're going to order me. So we ordered, all the internals for it, all the hop up, the basic stuff, all that, and he fixed it for me, put it all in.
Nice.
Made a video of it, and then later on down the line, I go, Tommy, this thing shoots because it shot really good. I mean, this thing shot perfect, right? No issues whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I said, Tommy, this is what I want. Put a Polar Star in it.
Oh shit.
So,
You want to be like Airsoft Alphonse with the
so
249?
Yeah. So he took it out. He took everything out, put the Polar Star in it, and I took it in the backyard. Shot the video, right? Shot the video of it at night, and then with the tracer unit on it. And
Oh
everything.
yeah.
Put it on the wall, and it's been there ever since.
Oh shit.
I took it to the field once. Took it to
Okay.
the field once.
Yeah.
And after that, put it on the wall. So then I had another one, a LMG, a Stoner, right? That was my
Oh
first one.
shit.
Those were like $400 and something, right? But this guy, he collected airsoft guns, and he put it on the wall, that one wall they have in airsoft store to sell, on consignment. And he goes, yeah, I go, because I was gonna go buy it, right, at full price. And I looked over and I go, no way. I said, how much do you want for that thing? He goes, $180. I said, I couldn't get into my pockets fast enough.
Take my money.
Yeah. So I bought it. I bought it off of them, right? And I kept it for a long time. I went to go play it at Los Angeles, right?
Oh, shit.
Over
Nice.
at George.
Right.
The first day I put it on the table, and we had a windstorm. The wind came through, knocked the gun off the table, and my barrel was bent like that. I was like, no way, bro. But I always take a whole bunch of guns with me, but I wanted to use that gun that day. So anyway, so I took it off and fixed the barrel. And then I go, hey, Tommy, put a Polar Star in it. Yeah, so I did that one as well.
That's cool.
So yeah, I got a Polar Star. Yeah, so I get a lot of good deals over at you gotta just know when to go to the store, Tommy. So he had a DSR-1. I don't know if you ever seen one of those sniper rifles, the DSR-1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have one.
Mm-hmm. You have one? Those things like $400 something, right?
Yeah.
And a kid, which was a rich kid, you could tell, he had it. He took it to the field, didn't like it, so he brought it back to Tommy's shop, and he goes, "You can have this," right? So he gave it to him.
Holy shit!
Right? He gave it to the shop. And so one day I was just happened to be up there, and he's cleaning stuff out. And I go, "Hey, you got any sniper rifles?" And he goes, "Yeah, I got one." I said, "It's up there on the wall up there." So he goes, it's in the box and everything. He brings it down, and he goes, "Yeah, but it doesn't really work. It has some kind of issue with it. I don't know what it is, but some kind of issue with it, right?" And I go, "Okay." I said, "I'll give you $50 for it." And he goes, "I don't know. Let me ask Gator. Gator, I don't know if you know Gator. What is it? Glaze? You heard of the Glaze boys? They used to play the Dynasty with the paintball. Okay, yeah, they're big time.
Oh,
right? He owned the shop. Yeah, he owned the shop. Right?
Oh shit! Okay.
Well, he still owns the shop.
Yeah.
Tommy just runs the shop for him. So he goes, "Well, let me talk to Gator and see what he says." Right? And I go, "Okay." So like a couple days go by, 2 days go by, and then I go, "So what did he say?" And Tommy goes, "It's yours, man. Here, just give me $50 and it's yours." right? And I
Oh
said, well,
shit.
how about if I just trade you a gun? Because I had bought a gun from another guy, had
Yeah.
repainted it, put tiger stripes on it. And he goes, okay, that's good. Just trade. So I traded him the gun for. So I took it home. I racked it. I did whatever. Cleaned it up a little bit. Thing worked fine. Wasn't nothing wrong with it.
What?
So I got a DSR one, man, for 50. Well, actually for even trade. Well, it wasn't even an even trade, man, because the gun
Right.
that I got was, I think it was a G&G something. It was like the lower end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gun that I had bought from a guy from work, and
Oh,
paint
that's
and
wild.
everything. So I get pretty good deals at that shop, man. I used to anyways. Yeah, so I don't go as much as I used to, but
Yeah.
yeah, I get some pretty good deals over there.
What's the name of that shop again?
Paintball shop, the
Yeah.
paintball shop. That's the name of it.
Oh, okay.
Paintball shop is Glaze Sports.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
You have to check that out. Well, when you say Gator, I'm like, man, I know I follow. I'm familiar with a lot of paintballers because
yeah,
half of my Instagram is Airsoft and the other half's paintball.
yeah,
Um, you know, I like watching the short clips and the slow motion videos and the
yeah, yeah.
when I first started talking with people on here, and they're like, yeah, just the the only thing that's frustrating is when people don't call their hit kind of thing. Don't call your hits.
That's very frustrating.
And I'm like, yeah, see, I'm not familiar with that. I would tell them, I'm not familiar with that because I've never played airsoft. I played paintball, and we didn't really. That wasn't an issue as much. Like nobody really, rarely would somebody try to wipe it off. Like it hurts. The paintball is heavier. Um, those things, and we're, it's just you're getting pelted, if you're out in the open. And you cannot just not call your hit. Everyone sees it. It's like,
Yep.
everywhere. So I was talking to this girl. Excuse me. I was talking to this girl in California, actually. She plays indoor on Instagram. She's a Tac City girl or that Tac
No,
City
yeah,
girl.
I've been to
Yeah.
Texas. Yeah,
Crisis. Yeah.
yeah,
She plays over there a lot. So her and I were talking. She's like, yeah, I always wanted to try to, play paintball. I said, well, I'll tell you, if you do, one thing you won't have is people not calling their hit. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, that's not a thing, as much. So the next day, one of the clips that one of these channels I follow on Instagram, the paintball ones, had a slow-mo clip of a guy peeking out and right at the right time, and a big, yellow paintball just hits him right in the dye mask.
yeah.
Pow. And I said, so I sent it to her. I tagged her in. I was like, this is why we don't have, don't call your, we don't not call your hit the issue, right? In
Mhm.
paintball. And she's like, oh my God, okay. Now I get it. But yeah, it's, so I'm familiar with a handful of paintballers and stuff like that. But are you, I wonder if you're close to, have you heard of the fields out there like SC Village?
Yeah, I play there.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
What's the other
that's
one?
close to my
Hollywood
house.
Sports?
I never played Hollywood sports, but it's still not too far from where I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So I played Code Red, Hollywood Sports, Battle Lab, Tax City.
Yeah,
Battle Lab, if you ever come out to California, man, you gotta play Battle Lab.
that's what I'm hearing.
You gotta play Battle because you go full auto. I mean,
Nice.
you have to go. You have to be under 300 FPS for
Yeah.
your gun. But yeah, full auto. I have a video in there, a Battle Lab video in there. So if you ever look
Oh, I'll have to
at it,
check it out. Okay.
yeah. But yeah, man, you go in there. Sometimes they have um special nights where you only use like CO2 or something like
Oh,
that, whatever.
gotcha.
So they try to get me to go like on during the week, but I'm like, man, I got to work. So I got responsibilities. I
Right.
gotta get up in the morning. I can
No
barely get up
shit.
in the morning now.
Oh, yeah. Well, especially run around, man. Like, we don't recover as fast,
Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
bro. Like I was talking to this other guy a couple weeks ago, Airsoft Dad. He's in Chicago. He said, he plays with his son. He's in his 40s, I think. And he's like, yeah, man, I think about, I want to go do this, and I want to, when I'm on the field, I want to run over here and, take over this objective. But then I'm like, man, I'm big, I'm out of shape, older. If I break an ankle or
Yeah.
bust my knee up or something, I can't work it's going to take me like, 3 months to recover.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I did that. Tore my rotator cuff.
Oh, shit.
Playing. So it took me a year before I went back to work.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I know what you mean. So I don't,
Now, is
I
that the
don't really
worst,
start.
worst injury you had playing airsoft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, I separated my shoulder once. I slipped. I was telling my son, I was with my son and this other kid, and I told her, I said, when I'm getting ready to move, I want you to lay down some fire for me so I can move.
Yeah.
Right? I said, okay. I said, you ready? 1, 2. And as soon as I stepped, I hit some loose sand, went straight up on it, and then it smack dab on my shoulder, and my arm just started flopping around like I had no use of it.
Oh
And
my
and you can
God.
see the BBs landing all by my head and everything. I'm trying to move and I can't get up. It was actually it's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. But yeah, when I got up, I finally got my shoulder right, and I could just feel it, and I just threw some ice on it and told the kid, "Hey, you guys, the rest of the day is yours." And
Yep.
I can't. I'm
Done.
done.
I
I'm
know,
done,
right?
guys. Yeah, yeah. So that was like one of the worst, but the rotator was actually the worst.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the old age, man. Nothing. These kids don't
Bro.
know. I'm telling you, you
Well,
can look at something wrong, man, and tear something. Telling you, telling you.
getting out of bed. Okay.
Getting out of bed, man. Stepping
Yeah,
out of the
it's
shower, shit.
oh Jesus, bro. When I was when I was recovering and I should have been using like a walker and handles and hold on to shit. Uh but I didn't want to. So getting in and out of the shower, I fell 5 times, 6 times now.
Mm,
Um yeah, so luckily our shower our tub was, fiberglass, it's not, tile and all that.
uh,
So I didn't get banged up. But I just well, the other thing too, I was like 100 pounds heavier than I am right now. And because they had me on steroids. So I blew up
oh,
325 pounds.
ouch.
And yeah, so actually if you scroll down on my Instagram, uh it's like a month ago or so, I guess. I don't know. I posted you'll see the front picture you'll see, it's got like 4 pictures on there. Um, you'll see me on there. You won't recognize me, but it's me, and I'm
Okay.
huge as fuck, bro. Fat as fuck. I mean, fat as fuck. So, but yeah, that's when I was at the heaviest when I was on steroids, and so I was on steroids to help me walk and get around, so I could get out of bed. I could go to the bathroom. I could get in the shower most of the time without falling, and I could walk down here.
Okay.
But I couldn't exercise. Wasn't like enough to like work off some shit. And then I was just hungry as fuck, bro. This doctor says prednisone. He says, yeah, you might gain some weight. I'm like, well, what does it actually make you gain weight? Like taking the pill? He's like, well, not really. It makes you hungry. And I was like, it's no big deal. I like to drink my calories anyway. I'll just drink. It's whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right. Bro, after like a month of taking it, I was like, holy shit, I understand how like some of these people that are addicted to food, that all they think about is eating.
Yeah.
Now I get it because
Mhm.
that's all I felt like. I was just like, what am I eating next? I was like, holy shit. So I went like a week, 10 days without, I stopped taking the steroids, and
Uh-huh.
then I couldn't get out of bed. And I was like, fuck. And I was so mad. I was just, but anyway, yeah, I was so heavy. So when I would try to get in and out of the shower, I'm clumsy anyway, because I barely have mobility. And then I have all this extra weight, and it's all like a lot of it was swollen weight, so my fingers were so fat, bro. It was like all this water weight and shit.
Yeah.
So I could barely move and grab onto I have one of those safety rails in the shower
Uh-huh.
to step. That's the only thing I had, and I fell so many times. As my wife would come in there like, oh my God, are you okay? I'm like, yep. I just help pull me out again. She's like, are you gonna use a walker? I'm like, fuck that walker, okay? I'll walk myself. as I fall on my face.
Your
Oh,
typical
Jesus.
gunhead.
Right? I mean, dude,
Yeah,
how many times am I gonna hit my fucking head in the wall, you know?
yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
good
when
times.
when I first got out of the hospital, I think I went from 190 or 195 all the way to 165. And
Damn.
so I was like, yeah. My son said I looked like one of those what do you call those guys in the prison? I was so skinny,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I
the
mean? Like
POWs.
POW, and I looked like a
Yeah.
POW, because my son had to give me a bath actually because I had no strength. So
Oh,
I'm sitting
yeah.
in the tub, on the stool in the tub, and I'm all hunched up like like this, like a
Oh, my God.
POW, you
Yeah.
know. And he's rinsing me and all this. Oh man, it was. I couldn't even get in and out of the tub at the time.
Mm.
Barely get my legs up and stuff. But then, you know, when I start going, getting a little bit better, start eating too much. You can't see it now, but man, I'm already back up to almost 190 something,
You look
within
healthy,
6
though.
months. Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad, but
Yeah.
I'm a little too healthy. A little too healthy, man.
I hear you. Well, we just had fucking Thanksgiving, you know. Do you guys have family out there? Other family besides you? Is it just you and
Not
your?
my brother-in-law and
Okay.
my niece and her baby. That's it. Yeah. So my son, it's funny. My son lives in Utah. My oldest one, he graduated up there SUU. So that's the reason why we're moving up there is
Ah,
because
nice.
he went to SUU. My youngest one went to SUU. And when we go up there to visit them, we're just kind of like, this is nice. This is small, super small town. This is nice. So we're
Yeah.
like, this is where we're moving. Funny, my son, my youngest one, he's a Marine.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's a second lieutenant in the Marine Corps. He's an aviator.
Oh
Yeah, so
shit.
he's gonna be a
Okay.
pilot. Yeah, he's gonna be a
Damn.
pilot. Yeah, so I'm so
Dude, we
proud of
all wanted
him.
to be pilots, growing up, and
Yeah,
he did it, man. That's cool as
yeah.
shit.
It's funny. Yeah, I wish I took video of him growing up because he used to race the sprint cars.
Oh yeah.
Because we go, well, he wants to do something. So I bought him a go-kart, so he used to race that. And then we go, let's move him up to sprint cars. So he did the sprint cars, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of went out, but that just wasn't in him because he loved NASCAR, this dude,
Ah, okay.
So he's like, that wasn't in him. So he goes, I want to be a pilot, you know. So he ended up getting his pilot license when he was 17. And he was flying ever since, when he was
What?
younger. He got his pilot license at
Oh my
17
God.
and he always wanted to be in the military. He was going for the Navy, so he went to the Naval Academy,
Yeah.
right, for a while, and then he got out of there and went to SUU over in Southern Utah University. Went there, graduated there, went back to for OCS, all the other stuff, and now he's a Marine, and he's right now he's in school, to be a pilot. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm proud of this dude.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool as shit. Yeah, my wife and I have 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls. Yeah. Well, I didn't know how it worked. Okay. I thought I was just having fun, and then we started having. I didn't know.
About the responsibility.
After like the third one, my dad's like, "Bro, do you understand how this works?" I'm like, "What?" She just wanted a back rub. Okay, I don't know. I just I don't know. And then 9 months later, what the fuck? No, we so we originally wanted 6.
Oh,
We
wow.
wanted a big family, yeah. So we got to 4. And number 4, and I was working I was working in a factory, like I said, making car parts and stuff. Tons of overtime. So I was making plenty of money. I just had to work 70 hours a week to get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and once you start working at overtime, when they cut it or you cut it, you miss that fucking time and a half, double time,
Yeah.
triple time on holidays and shit.
That's what they just did to us.
Bro, it is it's like most of my paycheck was overtime. So
Yeah.
so you kind of get hooked on it. But yeah, so I've been working a lot. Well, by the time we had number 4, I'm like, yeah, I physically can't work any more hours. So I don't know how we're gonna make it to the number 5. Okay, I don't know, I don't see it. So she's like, well, at the time we had 3 boys and 1 girl, and she's like, well, can we just try one? Let's have 5. Let's try for a girl because I want Cassidy to have a sister. And because she grew up with just one, it's her and her brother, and she always wanted a sister. I grew up with two sisters, and I always wanted a brother, so I wanted my boys to have a brother. Well, we had,
Yeah.
we had that, so I said, okay, well, that's fine, whatever. So my daughter was born in August, so that was our last one, Caitlin. So we ended up having a girl, and she was born in August. September, I went and got chopped. I went and got snipped. I
Yeah.
did.
It's funny
I
you
said, I
said
don't give a
that.
fuck. I'm getting that
That's
shit
funny.
cut, bro.
I just went to the class today.
Oh shit. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you, man, I was working in this factory. This is all like fucking Harley dudes and, guys that are like on their fourth marriages with fucking two kids with each of them, like,
Yeah.
and they're still out, in the bars doing all that shit. And they're like, man, don't get your balls cut, okay? It's gonna take your manhood and all this, whatever kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I got 5 kids. I'm done. I'm done. So, and I don't like condoms, okay? So, so,
Oh,
um, and my wife couldn't, with breastfeeding and all this kind of stuff, she couldn't be on the pill. We didn't want to do
yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll get those things snipped. So I went, and, bro, nothing happened. It was fine. I mean, obviously I had to recover for like, 3 or 4 days. It was fine. It's been like that, since, well, my daughter's just turned 21, so 21 years, no issues, I don't, whatever. But yeah, it's always funny when that conversation comes up with your buddies, like especially at work, they're like,
Yeah.
"Don't do it."
I mean, it's not terrifying, but it's just like, man, when you just get grazed on them bad boys, you just imagine somebody
Oh,
cutting on them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
get it. Yeah, that's funny, man. I just went to class today. That's funny.
Well, I watched him do it. I'm just sitting there. It's local, so he just
Mhm.
Novocaines it, and then so I was sitting up, kind of leaning up, whatever. I just watched him and saw him, cut in there and it's two little tiny strings,
Uh-huh.
uh, and just cut them, tied a knot, cauterized it, tied a knot, cauterized it, sewed it back up. I was like, oh, and I barely felt anything, honestly. I felt the needle more than anything
Yeah.
when he Novocained it, but I felt a little bit of pressure when he was pulling on him to tie the knots, but
Yeah.
really wasn't a big deal. The recovery, just like anything else, kind of injuries, whatever, it's the healing process that hurts, right?
Yeah.
So the swelling and all that kind of stuff wasn't that bad. I walked around like I just got off a horse for like 3 days, right? um, and then, of course, we had all the little kids. So I'd be sitting there with ice on it, and one of the little toddlers would run up and jump on my lap, and I'm like, oh, hold on, just slow down, killer. Oh yeah, I don't want to pop these bad boys. Okay, they're swelled up like balloons.
I hear you.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
you guys have what, 2 kids, two
two
boys?
boys.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, two boys.
it's
One,
good,
like
man.
I said, yeah, my oldest one, he works for the post office.
Mm,
So I was so happy when he got that job. I
yeah,
was so proud of him. Yeah. 'Cause I was worried there for a minute.
yeah,
Yeah, I was worried there for a minute. Man, you
sure.
need to find something, bro. You need to do something, you know. And you're like, and he doesn't, he's that type of dude. He's like really laid back and really mellow.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's like, see that. And that's all he would say. He would have
Yeah,
been enough. Yeah.
that's
Like
my
that.
oldest son.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
our first one, Christian.
Yeah.
He's actually on our YouTube channel. He's one of the ones on the channel. He's the same way, laid back, nothing. Just there's really nothing important enough to move quick about.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's the one that scared. He used to scare me sometimes because he would get real quiet and just kind of stare at you. You know what I mean? And
yes,
I'm like, bro, are we having a problem here? It's one of those, are we having a
right.
problem here?
I did the
You
same thing with him.
know what I mean? Are we having a problem here? I mean, Key, are we having a problem? No, things good.
I
Like,
mean, I would lose my temper, and he's just sitting there like, and I'm going, bro, the way you're looking at me is like fighting words. Okay, I'm just telling.
yeah,
He's like, No, I'm not. I'm not even upset. I'm like, oh, okay. Why don't you say something? He's just quiet.
Now, my youngest one, on the other hand,
Yeah.
that dude, he'll let you know exactly where he stands and how he feels and
Yeah.
everything else. Yeah, he's a feisty fellow, man. Telling you,
Yeah. That's
like his
good.
mom, both of them feisty.
Right.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
I'm
man.
proud of that dude. Yeah.
So what do
Huh.
you got? So are you planning on when you move next year? Are you planning on sticking with airsoft at all, or
I hope to, but there's really in Utah, there's really not too much going on over there.
yeah?
Because I was talking to some guys in the gun shop, and when I explained some of the airsoft to them, they were like, "Really? You guys really trick guns out? You really?" It was like blowing his mind. The guy was just looking at me
Yeah.
like, "Are you really do that to shoot BBs?" You know what I mean? So I was like, "Man, this place doesn't. Nah, they're not with it."
Yep.
If anything, I'm not sure down in St. George, which is like 30 miles away, it's a bigger town. I don't know if they have anything, but I know
Okay.
Vegas does. But I'm not driving all the way to Vegas just to play
Right.
airsoft.
No.
So for where I live, where I'm going to be living, I mean, it's a lot of acres of nothing, just woods. You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Maybe I find somebody at church or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
You'll
just dump
have.
some stuff there.
I'll send you the link of a couple guys. I just had him on the podcast within the last month and a half or so. One, his Instagram and YouTube is K Factor 39.
Okay.
And then the other one is uh man, his podcast just came out yesterday, 2 days ago. It is Airsoft. Let me think here. Well, it's confusing because his after action airsoft. So that's his Instagram. Uh, he is a photographer. But anyway, both those guys play in Utah, and I can't remember what part of Utah they're in. So,
Okay.
but if they're close to you, because after action, he's a Marine veteran as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So he was saying that he doesn't play at uh, official fields because there's none around him. But they have a Facebook group for Utah for airsoft.
I've seen that one. I don't have Facebook anymore, and I got rid of all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I did see one for Cedar City one time where they just meet up on some
Yep.
random piece of land and
Yep.
and they
That's what he
play.
does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, so you guys are like, you don't ever have any issues? He's like, no. Like we get permission from whoever, and we go out there, and they don't give a shit.
Man, it's like you can go out there, like the property I have, you can go out there with a real gun and shoot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
for
know,
real.
yeah, that tells you how the gun culture is out there, man. It's
Right.
like hey, look, first time I went to Utah, a real quick story. The first time I went to Utah, I had bought a rifle out in Utah, right? Because I have a driver's license, from Arizona, because I
Oh,
stayed out in
okay.
Arizona, so I bought a rifle. And so the first time I went there, and I'm living in California now, and so when I went out there, right to Utah, and I go, I'm trying to buy a sight for this gun, right? I need a scope, whatever for this gun. I go, okay, yeah, bring the gun in. I go, well, I don't have a gun bag for it. And the lady's like, just bring it in. It's okay. And I go, well, you have something I could put it in. And you go, the lady stops and she looks at me. She goes, you from California? I go, yeah. She goes, this is Utah. You don't worry about that. Just bring the gun in. So
Yes.
you
I
know,
love it.
so I brought the gun in. And what's crazy is people were actually bringing guns in
Hmm.
over their shoulder,
Yeah.
or on their hip,
Yeah.
going into the stores and stuff, and it's like, man, I love it. I'm
That's how
loving
South Carolina is.
it. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I
so weird when I talk with people that are in like California or New York or whatever, and they're talking about just now they're talking about airsoft. Like even with orange tips on, they got to put them in gun bags, they got to hide them, they got to do this and do that. I'm like, bro, what? You should see me. We were out for Halloween. I dressed as one of these video game characters. I had
Mhm.
an airsoft shotgun. drape, strapped over my front, like
Yeah.
this. And I
Uh-huh.
had combat gloves on and shit, and I had this mask on. And families are coming up with their little kids. Nobody even blinks an eye. Like, not a
Yeah.
big deal. They're like, "Oh, cool outfit," like it's way different. I was talking to a guy in the UK,
Mhm.
excuse me, after that. It was like a couple days after Halloween. He goes, "Bro, if somebody did that in the UK with the airsoft gun, you'd have 10 cops on you in like 10 minutes." I said, "That's fucked up."
That's crazy, man.
Right?
That's the same thing here, here in California. I used to shoot in my backyard, just target practice, whatever.
Right.
But the neighbor, he was an army vet, but
Yeah.
he moved and a new couple moved in. And I told my wife, I said, I don't really feel comfortable, even though it's in my backyard and I'm allowed to do it.
Right.
Last thing I need is like a whole bunch of cops showing up to my house and these guns look real and I get shot in my own backyard, you know, doing something I like to
You're
do.
like you're like holding it like it's got an orange tip on it, it's got BBs in it. You're like, "Hold on." And they're like, "Pow," shoot you good.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh shit, it's a fake gun,"
Yeah, yeah. That's I don't trust. I just don't trust.
Uh-uh.
Everybody's so liberal, man.
Mm.
It's irritating.
Yeah,
Kids
isn't it?
irritating. Yeah,
It's so wild.
so liberal. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, it's funny when I talk with people and they say, "Man, I hate," and they're in these areas where that type of culture, whatever state they're in, against guns, kind of thing, and they'll get upset about the person that doesn't follow the rules, right? Like, hide your gun in the trunk, in a bag, in a box, into this and whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and they're like, "See, they're messing it up for everybody." I'm like, "No, what you need to do is vote people in that support gun rights, okay?
Yeah.
And then you have the same culture that we have, like in Florida, in South Carolina, Utah, Texas. There's a handful, Wyoming. So you can just carry a gun wherever,
Yeah.
and no big deal. They still have at the high school right here in Simpsonville, where I'm at.
Yeah.
They still have a class. I think it's called agriculture or some shit, where they teach the kids in that class how to shoot guns. Not pistols, but like
Yeah.
shotguns and stuff. So
Mhm.
as part of it, it's no big deal. Like, everyone's fine. Dude, they still pray in the elementary school and stuff when they get together in the middle school.
You try
We,
that here.
they still pray.
man.
I'm talking like Christian prayers, bro. They'll have a preacher come up and lead the whole school in prayer. The first time we came down here from Ohio and we went to one of these functions for our kids, at elementary school. And they said, "This is pastor," whatever, and they brought him up there. "Everyone bow your heads." And I'm going, "What?" I was like, "Holy shit." I mean, Northeast Ohio, and this is 15 years ago, was starting to get, pretty liberal like that. And I was like, this is really cool that they're able to do that and nobody fucking cares. You're like, "Hey, yeah, that's fine, whatever," So, and there's all mix of kids in there, There's parents that are Muslim. Nobody's freaking out, It's just whatever,
Yeah.
So, anyway, still a lot of old ways here in Utah,
Yeah, Utah.
I think,
Utah
I've
is
heard
the
too
one.
is in the city, around the city, like Salt Lake and there's another big city in Utah, I can't remember. But in the city, it's fairly liberal.
I hear it's very liberal.
Yeah, but outside, it's
Yeah.
wide open.
Wide open, man.
Yeah, that's
people
cool.
are different outside the city, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Way different. I mean, because we went up there a while back, like last year or 2020. We were there in 2020, and my son and I were going from one small little town. We were looking at guns and stuff, right? And we were driving back, and we look over to the side, and there's this big caravan just cruising down the side road. Everything was Trump. It was Trump.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a mile or so.
Oh, one of those. Yeah, the parade things or whatever.
Parade things. Yeah, they were running
caravans.
Man. We get to the city, and then they're running through the city and everything. So it's like one of those. If you have a Biden flag or anything liberal, you might as well forget it because they're going to come after you. Man. they're just gonna I don't think they'll really do anything to you,
Right.
but they'll just like shame you probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not the place. That's just not the place to be, man. If you are abiding
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? Nah, it's not
Well,
the
you know
place.
what's funny is I heard or I saw this there's a guy on YouTube, I can't remember his channel. He goes around and he will go to like the Trump rally stuff, right? He's actually a liberal, like Democrat,
Yeah,
and he tells people when he goes there, he'll wear like a Democrat shirt or whatever, and he's got a friend with him that's videoing, and he's got a microphone, and he walk through. He's super nice, like super nice. Very. He's not confrontational. He's not trying to start some shit. He just
mhm,
wants people to know, hey, this is where I'm. This is what I believe in or whatever. But he visits the those kind of conventions, Republican or conservative kind of people,
yeah,
and he walk through, and everyone's super nice to him. He'll talk to some, people, whatever. Now, there's people that say, no, I don't want to be interviewed or whatever, but no one's like hating on him, right? He
yeah,
goes to a Democrat one and he wears a Trump shirt and he tries to do the same thing, even though he's an actual Democrat. He just tries to see what, the reaction.
yeah.
He gets fucking pushed. They try to knock the camera out of his girlfriend's hand. They try to take the microphone from,
Uh-huh.
like assaulting him.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, this is the kind, and he'll tell everybody, like, this is the kind of stuff that makes me sad as a liberal, the way I believe is this kind of attitude, that's happening. And it's really bad. So as but yeah, we're really grateful to be in the area we're at here. Um, I think you're going to love Utah for
Wow.
that kind of stuff. And I saw your, like I said, I saw your video, the land out there. It looks beautiful.
That's nice, man. It really
Yeah.
is really nice.
Have you ever
Only thing
shooting
we have a
range?
train. We have a train going through the back part of it, but that's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, that's not terrible.
No, it's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Not at all, man.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it. Looking forward.
Awesome, man. Well, Key, it's been super awesome meeting you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. We'll have
Yeah.
to catch up again, sometime in the new year, in a
Okay.
few months, see how things are going. If you ever got to play airsoft again with your son or whatever. And
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, he's going to Corpus Christi next. He's over in Florida, down in wherever that airport. You know where the Blue Angels are over there.
oh
Like
yeah, right.
yeah, yeah. So he's over there, but I'm going to be driving down there because he has a trailer. So I'm going to be pulling the trailer. We're going to take him to Corpus Christi. So that's where he's going to go to flight school.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
within I think another month, maybe month and a half.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I am going to try my best to go to that Battle Los Angeles, man, with the Desert Fox,
Right.
Desert Fox event. Yeah. Have you ever been to any of the Desert Fox event?
No.
Oh man, you should go.
No, I've
They're
been to
pretty good.
two. I've been to two mil sims out here in South Carolina. We have
Okay.
a place that is real popular that a lot of event coordinators use. It's called GTI.
Okay.
It's in South Carolina Government Training Institute, and it's like 2.5 hours away from where I live. And so I've been to two events with our sons, and only to take pictures,
Oh, okay.
video. Yeah. So I mean, I geared up. I have to wear like a plate carrier with like press and stuff on it, and a helmet or a hat and all that stuff.
All right.
Yeah, but and I run around with GoPro and my phone. Yeah, I don't have a fancy camera. All of our videos have been since the day we started our YouTube channel. Every
Yeah.
single video has been from my phone.
That's what I did too, man.
I'm
Phone
saying,
and GoPro. That's what I used to do it.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
So but if you ever get out this way, man, the one to go to is the one I think it's in February.
okay,
It's the Desert Fox event, man. It's like 2 days. It's like 3 days, but it's 2 days really. 'Cause
right,
you get there on Friday, you have all day Saturday night, and then Sunday morning, and then everybody goes home.
gotcha, yeah.
We got people from England, all
Oh,
these
that's
other
cool,
countries.
dude.
Yeah, they
Right.
come out to play. Yeah, it's a great time. I have one, like I said, there's a video in there. It's called oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it, but it's one of my videos in there
On your YouTube channel?
on my YouTube channel, and it's I made it to a music video type deal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there. Can't think of the name of it right now. I've done
Um,
so many of these videos, man.
the good and the bad and how stupid.
Yeah, we were at the paintball shop playing Russian roulette.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I see the SC Village one as well. Okay.
it is.
High speed, low drag.
Yeah, down at the bottom here.
Okay, yeah. They're down. See, I
Oh,
didn't
it's
scroll
called
down this far when I first
yeah, it's
started.
a Desert Fox event. It's a Los Angeles Retribution. I
Okay,
made two versions of it.
I see it right now. Yep,
Yeah, so that's the
next to the
one.
VIP one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that VIP in Arizona, that's a good place. That was, I don't know if it's still open. I haven't been there in so long, but that was a
Okay,
good place to go. That was fun. That's a fun place.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, so what as far as your YouTube channel, what would you say is your favorite airsoft video that you put out?
The Master and the Master 2.
Where's
Those are,
that
I
at?
love the two. They're up towards the top.
Okay.
It's the Kung Fu one.
Yes, I gotcha.
The other one, um it's not called the Master, it's called something else.
Because I can tag these. I'll put the link for these videos in there, and I'll put the link for your channel as well. But
Okay.
um, because you have a lot of the car videos in the beginning, more recent or whatever.
Yeah.
If I put just the link for the channel, if somebody goes there, they might not scroll down and see your airsoft stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I'll put some of these airsoft videos up here. Okay, that's
That's
cool.
fun.
Oh yeah, I see it. Master, yeah, the Master 2. Okay, awesome. I didn't watch that one yet. I'll have to watch that. All right, awesome, dude. Well, I appreciate you, man. It's you got some cool stuff you've made. Keep working on your editing, and you're doing good.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for having me on, man. I really, it's like an honor, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, no, I'm honored. Y'all are ones, doing all this cool shit, and yeah, you got a lot of good stuff going on, man. I appreciate it.
Right on.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
You as well. Simplify, devil.
Yeah, you too, man.